This is part 1 of my many-part series of where I'm going to review every Sonic game on the Virtual Console. So I'm going to start up with the classic, the original Sonic the Hedgehog. There is no greater video game rivalry in the 90s than Nintendo versus Sega. After Nintendo's smash hit with the NES, they followed it up with the Super Nintendo. Now they did have some real competition this time around with Sega's new system called the Genesis. Unlike Nintendo's mascot, who was fat and human and a bit slow, Sega decided to go into a different direction with Sonic by making the character as fast as possible. Sonic would often run so fast he would outrun the screen. I remember first seeing that as a kid and just being awestruck on how amazing that was. I was used to characters running at a brisk pace and then jumping through levels. Sonic really didn't do that. He just ran as fast as he could and hoped that he didn't run into an enemy. And sometimes if he was in ball form, he just smashed right through them. So I'm not saying there wasn't any of those jumping areas, because there really was, especially in the later levels. It can get a bit annoying as you're waiting around for the platform to move. But the sense of speed was almost always there, unlike other games that Nintendo had to offer. What's even better was the simplicity of the game control itself. It used a directional pad and one button, and that one button made Sonic jump. So really that meant that anyone could just pick up and play it without any instruction at all. Now you play as Sonic, who's trying to stop Dr. Eggman from turning all his animal friends into robots. Sonic can't collect rings throughout the levels to help him on his journey. These rings allow Sonic to take a hit, and once he does, he loses all his rings. As long as Sonic has one ring, he can take damage. If he gets hurt and he doesn't have a ring, he'll lose a life. Each of the zones is broken up into 3 acts. At the end of the 3rd act, you fight Dr. Eggman, and then you move on to the next zone. The levels looked and felt different in each zone, so most of the time you were looking forward to advancing in the game. The only exception to this would be the water levels. Those sections killed the pace of the game, and often would feel out of place. The game is about a character with a lot of speed, not about a character slowly moving underwater. What I also liked about the levels was there wasn't a set path. Most of the time there would be different ways to get to the finish. That made the replayability very high if you wanted to explore all the hidden and different routes. While the levels were different in each of the zones, I did notice that there were times where the look of the levels were the same. It's like the level creators copy and pasted over and over again certain level designs. When I started to see one part of a level, I could tell what the next part was going to look like without ever playing it. And this got very obvious in the later parts of the game. Now, if you know my reviews, I normally don't talk about music, but I have to admit, the music in this game was actually really good and catchy. I remember I was actually humming it while I was making dinner one night. For 16-bit sound, it sounded great. If Sonic collects and holds on to 50 rings at the finish line, he'll go into a bonus world where he'll try and find a Chaos Emerald. The only way to get the true ending in this game is to find them all. Sonic the Hedgehog was and still is a fantastic game. The level designs of the different zones were pretty good, even if the level creators got a little bit lazy in making the levels look different. Now I think every Sonic game that I'm going to be reviewing in these Sonic specials is worth buying. So let's just get that out of the way right now. But you don't have to just buy them one by one. You can buy them in collections on different systems, instead of just buying them individually off the Wii Shop. Now in our next video, you might think that we're going to move on to Sonic 2. But we're not! There is one more original Sonic game to talk about. So next time we're going to review Sonic the Hedgehog for the Master System. See you next time.